All right, here we go. Eggsoup Hattori versus Pugsy's Bodvar.
3, 2, 1.
This should be really interesting. Both of these players are very aggressive players, so we're probably going to see some really fast-paced games with lots of action.
Ooh, Pugsy immediately going in with that scoop in the neutral and tries the gravy cancel neutral signature. Doesn't get the follow-up, and Eggsoup hits it with some unarmed, but a crazy string from Pugsy nonetheless. That patient dodge into neutral light coming out from Pugsy. Pugsy making this hammer look like it's a fast weapon.
Wow. Pugsy going for some crazy stuff, just like eggsoup. Both of these players are just throwing out incredibly dangerous stuff like it's nothing.
Whoa, Pugsy goes for that ground pound into the downer, but Eggsoup goes low for that downer himself. Both players just dancing around the bottom of the map, but there's that down sig. Catches Eggsoup and sends him flying, not quite ready to kill, and Eggsoup opts to go beneath the map. No, Pugsy tries to chase him off. Eggsoup tosses off the mine, goes for the haymaker, picks up the weapon to deny Pugsy, and gets that side sig. Sends him flying off the corner of the map. Both players can't really kill with these impressive signature uses. There's the ground pound, hits him into the stage, and the side sig to end it. Pugsy takes the first stock after an incredible exchange of blows.
So yeah, it looks like eggsoup is the aggressor. Pugsy wasn't really prepared to play at the same pace as eggsoup, and he's instead looking to just... It seems weird, but Pugsy is looking to slow it down just a little bit because eggsoup plays so fast, but he's doing a good job of it. He's making the game at his pace, which is still a very fast pace. It's very interesting to watch these two players go at it because they're just both so alike, I guess.
What an interesting option for Eggsoup there to be able to toss his weapon away and pick up the weapon behind him in the same maneuver. Oh, Pugsy gets that scoop really high up, and the gravy cancel neutral light actually puts on a lot of damage on the Eggsoup, just taking note of where he is in the air. Goes to that GC down sig. That's risky. But doesn't get punished for it. Eggsoup holding on to the spear and interrupts with the neutral light.
Everything is risky.
Absolutely. Eggsoup tosses his spear to the wall, and that side sig looking like it should have crushed Eggsoup's head. There's the side air, however. Goes high, goes to that down air. Ooh, and Eggsoup down ground pounds below the stage. Pugsy's willing to catch his recovery with the neutral light. And Eggsoup catches his landing with the neutral signature. Both players just punishing option after option, exchanging with blows rather than dodging against them. But Pugsy ends it cleanly with the side air, with the sword, and takes the lead 2-1.
Pugsy is in a pretty decent lead right now, considering. Yeah, the bomb won't even kill now. But he might just get edge guarded here. No, he manages to find his way back. He even gets quite a bit of damage. Wait, Egg's already in orange. What happened?
Yeah, Pugsy's just been finding moves here and there as they've been trading around. Pugsy at kill percent, but Eggsoup's got to find the move to be able to do it. Manages to recover from being low, uses that dodge, but there's the downer. I believe that will do it. No, he makes it to the other side of the stage. The pivot neutral signature doesn't kill. Pugsy's stock tanking like crazy. There's the weapon toss. Pugsy down airs directly into it, but he doesn't care. It's not going to be enough to kill him. And Eggsoup, he's got to end the stock. He just holds on to the spike ball for too long, gets hit by a scoop. Pugsy smashes Eggsoup in half, quite literally making soup of Eggsoup with that hammer side sig as he tries to reach for the bomb. And Eggsoup complaining, damn, I can't lose my 1 cent. Well, it looks like it, as Pugsy has got the safety of a bracket reset, and he has already taken game 1.
Is he banning Halls and Kings? I want to play on any shenanigans stuff. Banning Hall makes a lot of sense. Eggsoup is known for his insane ledge canceling abilities, and Great Hall lets you do 2 of those. So most people will ban Hall out against Eggsoup.
3, 2, 1.
Unfortunately, you can still sort of do it on this map, but only on the left platform. So we'll see if Eggsoup makes use of that or not.
Ooh. Pugsy finds the first weapon and immediately gets that downer. 2 sidelights and 3 sidelights in a row. Eggsoup's already sent to the deep yellow. And then a neutral light to be able to tip him over into the orange. Eggsoup finally finds a weapon. Gets that side air with the sword himself, but Pugsy is just slapping this hammer to his face over and over again. Pugsy not even opting really for the sword. Eggsoup uses that charge down, so he goes for a GC neutral sig. He's just showing off beneath the map, trying to bait Pugsy into doing something stupid, and it looks like it's working. Both players do simultaneous recoveries, and he gets the ground pound. After an impressive display of signature uses from Eggsoup, he manages to take the first stock despite getting slapped around by that hammer in the initial few seconds of the game.
Absolutely incredible stuff by both of these players. Eggsoup is just so comfortable off stage, it's crazy.
Ooh, goes for that D-Light, but Pugsy's ready to punish it with the sideline. The weapon toss ends it. He doesn't even need to follow up with anything else. He was so far off stage. And Pugsy evens it up 2-2.
Both players back to neutral game. Looks like the game slowed down a little bit. Pugsy is taking advantage of that. But eggsoup's looking for the gimp. Pugsy's wise to it though. I honestly think Pugsy is probably one of the best players in the game at recovering. Or just not dying in general.
I feel like the second close to that would be LDZ, just how close, like, you know, how creative I've seen his recoveries with Queen Eye. But regardless, Pugsy was able to find that neutral sig. Eggsoup went for a gravy cancel. D-Light unarmed. Tosses his sword off the side of the stage. And, ooh, that neutral signature. Eggsoup being really creative with these GC signatures while being unarmed. Holds onto the spear, doesn't decide to throw it, instead puts out some Sares, but he's losing out on the damage game right now. There's the scoop, kills him off the top, and Pugsy takes a solid stock lead, only being into the deep yellow.
Pugsy's actually in a pretty decent lead right now. Wow, he gets the weapon throw to lock Eggsoup in so that he's forced to take that bomb. That's really good. That's really good from Pugsy.
Ooh, Pugsy decided to recover beneath the stage. Eggsoup ready to punish. That GC side sig sends him into the island. If it wasn't Twilight, I almost feel like that would have almost killed. Eggsoup holding onto the sword, goes to that ground pound. Oh my gosh! That slide charge to Ensign went so far down, he was ready for it, but it didn't quite connect. Still terrifying to see Hattori in a position like that. And Pugsy, oh! The down sig!
Wow.
Just straight
Another
up,
two-stock.
a ledge punish from Pugsy with that down sig, takes it 2-0 over Eggsoup, and Eggsoup has to fight 3 games in a row to be able just to get a bracket reset, let alone take this grand finals from Pugsy. Pugsy's being absolutely dominant with his Bodvar. He switches it up to Lord Vraxx.
The Viking Vraxx. Eggsoup playing Vraxx? Question mark? I've never seen this. I think I've seen it on his stream, but never in a serious setting before. I guess this isn't a serious setting for him, is it?
Ooh. Vraxx bringing out, what are those guns? I don't know what skin that's from, but 2 D-Lights in a row. Goes for that GC downlight, doesn't quite work out, and Pugsy just starts hitting him over and over again with down air after down air. Goes for that side sig, the neutral light to be able to follow up. Eggsoup in the orange. Pugsy hits him with another side air, sends him flying across the map, but Eggsoup's trying his best to be able to get in with these guns. Ooh, goes for that side light, or that side air, doesn't quite work out. The D-Light in the down air. Pugsy goes for that side sig, doesn't quite hit, and Eggsoup picks up the lance, goes for that D-Light, but a gravity cancel neutral sig catches Eggsoup and sends him flying across the other side of the map, a testimony to how squishy Vraxx is with that low defense. Holds on the bomb, dancing around with it for quite a while, decides to lob it upwards. Pugsy just runs from it, terrified. I'm not quite sure what that was, but it nearly hit him. Eggsoup finding just the right angle with that bomb to terrify Pugsy, but didn't quite work out. It didn't hit him, and he's now struggling to find a weapon as Pugsy hits him around with his hammer. Neutral air, side light, spike ball, neutral light again, once again. Oh my gosh, that side air sends Eggsoup flying.
Oh my.
That gravity cancel down sig was beautiful. He already knew Eggsoup was out of his dodge, out of his jumps, waited for him to go above, and caught him and flew him off the side of the map before he even took damage. This might be a solid 3 stock from Pugsy.
Eggsoup just got absolutely bodied, but finally finds the kill on Pugsy, but are down a full stock. Going off some rising X pivots because he's cool like that. One of the few players who can do that consistently.
Yeah. Pugsy goes around for that pivot neutral light, gets the down air, hits him with a side air. Eggsoup's struggling to fight anything with these guns. Pugsy goes in for another side air, but Eggsoup's ready to cancel with the neutral light from the guns. Dodges out of that side sig. That probably could have killed. Pugsy finds the D-light in the side air. Eggsoup holding on to the guns, goes for that side light, doesn't quite work out. Pugsy just trying to keep him in the air, waiting for him to land, goes for the side signature, and Eggsoup's actually able to punch the side light. Goes for the pivot charged neutral signature. Very fancy. Holds onto the lance, goes for the ground pound, finds himself way below the stage, but Pugsy still on the side of the stage, Eggsoup holding on the bomb. But nothing coming out of it.
I appreciate it, Eggsoup, that you're trying to show off the rising X pivot, but you should practice it before bringing it into tournament. Otherwise, you're just gonna get 2 stock. Like
Indeed.
you did.